let us begin because the playoffs have begun.
Yeah.
So, welcome to another Grit and Grime basketball podcast. I'm your host, as always, David Sagoe, here with Thomas Arnal.
Hey,
Back
yes,
in his
well
spot.
done.
Back in his spot. And Jose Garcia Vidal.
Hello.
Did I say me? I'm here. Hi.
You are.
And the playoffs have begun, guys. It means it's bracket season. I'll start there, I guess. I don't know have you got the countdown there, Jose? What is
23 hours and 45 minutes.
23 hours. So by the time this comes out, it's going to be too late to join the GNG bracket challenge. It'll be closed and you won't be able to win our fabulous prize of a tour of LeBron's house and tickets to the NBA finals. So it's a shame you missed out.
What year?
It's a shame you missed out. If you've joined already, it's also too late to win the prize because we haven't got the money. But at least you got in there. Gave yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Gave yourself a chance.
How many did we have last year that took part? It was about 10?
Yeah, something like that. 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Something like that. A little light. Yeah, new year, new playoffs. And it's been a great start. Like, I've thoroughly enjoyed the first weekend of games. We've had a little bit more. I think a few series are on game 2. And then obviously tonight there's going to be a few more. So I don't know. Should we kick things off with some of the series that have gone to their second game?
Sure. We still need to predict them. So
yeah.
Go for it.
We still need to predict them. We do, don't we? I should change my teams.
What do you mean?
Options.
No, don't.
Not allowed. Not allowed. See that? Against the rules. See, that's a man that knows what the rules are.
It's rare these days.
Should we do predictions first, Jose?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let me find mine. So if you're ready, Tom.
I'm always ready.
I don't know if you got yours up and ready.
I remember them.
I don't.
Oh, shit, I need to find them. Damn it. Oh no, here they are. Of course, they're on Instagram. Grit and Grime. Something.
Postage. NBA.
Grit and Grime pod.
Takes me to Sky.
Instagram. There you go.
You can catch us on social media at Grit and Grime Pod.
That's us.
Where we post our content that you're already listening to. Oh, why did it take me to the Sky website? All right. Where does it start? Let's start in the East.
Go on.
Find the bracket. Find the bracket.
I've got Mike's bracket as well, if you want.
Yeah, I'm just about to send you mine to Unforgivable 2. If you're ready to go, Tom, you go.
Oh, sorry. So we go what? East with
Start at the
what
top.
was it?
1 to 8. 1 and 8.
All right, Miami, Atlanta. I've got Miami going through. I can't remember because it doesn't show on that stupid picture thing. I think I had the games. Well, it has got the games, but like not what I predicted. So you can predict in how many games I said in 5.
Wow.
Matter of fact, I've got nobody in 4 in the first round. I've got 5 or 6s. But I'm going.
I predicted a sweep either.
There you go. First time.
I have a couple of sweeps.
Couple sweeps for you. So yeah. In 5. Hit in 5.
Okay. I have Heat in 6. That was one that I thought about going with the going with Trey, going with the underdog. But I'm glad I didn't when I saw them get punched in the mouth on Saturday. Jose?
Yeah, I got Miami in 4. I think
Wow.
this is a sweep. Yeah,
Broomsticks.
That Atlanta had a good good second part of the season, good third of the season. But that's it. Miami is more solid. There's no way Atlanta is winning anything here.
Do we know when Clint Capella will be back, or if he'll be back for the series at all? Because I feel like that changed things a lot.
Well, he's been pretty bad all season anyway, so I don't know if it does move the needle. But I guess it's more body to throw in there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make a massive difference because if he's back, he's going to be not at 100%. So yeah, maybe too late.
Oh dear. Yes, it's a shame he went down in the play-in. Collins came back and couldn't help Atlanta from being buried by Miami. And the amount of defense, the types of defense they played, they just completely clamped up Trey. They played way high and put so much pressure on the ball that he was forced into 1 for 12 shooting.
1 for 12, yeah.
And it's not like then or everyone else was getting open looks because Bogdanovic was 0 for 8 from the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's some from the line. But a sweep, okay. For me, I think Miami's offense will slow down at some point. I know like Duncan Robinson hit 1 million threes, but he hasn't been great this season. And then went 9 for 10 just to take the piss out of Atlanta. So I don't see that side of the ball keeping up. And I think at some point, Trey's going to get loose, hopefully, at some point. Series number 2. We have Philly versus Toronto. Toronto.
Six is already 2 up, right?
Yeah.
6 is a 2 up.
I went 6 in 5 again, but I'm starting to think that's going to be the sweep I've missed out on. But that's fine. I thought it's weird because I watched a little bit of the game and Toronto. It feels like they're playing upside down. It's like they've lost. They forgot how to play basketball, basically. You can put that down on, I don't know what I was going to say on the Sixers defense, but that's not really what they do. So, I don't know. They just forgot. Maybe the pressure's got to them.
I don't know. It's it has been perplexing. They've gotten like comfortably beaten, and the fact that the Philly role players all suddenly look really good. Like I remember Tom, you saying that they'll struggle without a bench. Yeah. Obviously in the playoffs, the bench plays less, but all of their role players have looked comfortable out there. There hasn't been any kind of pressure on anyone on that Philly team. It seems like they did happen to play like damn near perfect basketball in the first game. True. They only had 1 turnover until garbage time, and then ended up setting a record with 3 because the reserves turned it over twice. They had 1 job. I would have literally said, you have 1 job. We're going for the record. Do not throw it away. If you think the ball's going out of bounds, you shoot.
Yeah.
You go 0 for 21.
I'll be like, you're going to run suicides until the end of days if you lose 1 ball. Just don't even try. Yeah, that was a weird one. I thought there'd be more resistance from the Raptors, but
nope. Yeah,
we'll see game 3.
Yeah, no, I got Sixers sweeping them as well.
Man, I have Philly in 6, but I think this is a series that I was thinking, could there be an upset? Like, because I know Toronto likes to swarm Embiid, and Embiid does not like playing against Toronto. But then I didn't envision that Tobias Harris was going to look so comfortable shooting corner threes and going one-on-one against Boucher and Maxey. Maxey's been incredible.
Like Sorry,
ahead.
go for it. No,
Go ahead,
I was going to say when we had a quick discussion with, people on Twitter obviously going, "Oh, he's already replaced Ben Simmons on the roster," but it's like, well, it's two different type of players, right? It's not
Very
not
different.
the same thing. Obviously, with Simmons, you average like what was it, 12 a game, something.
In the playoffs, maybe, yeah.
If in the playoffs, maybe not actually. Maybe less.
No, I think it was about 12 in the playoffs, but it was like 16 in the regular season, something like that.
You're replacing that with somebody that can score efficiently 25, 30 sometimes. It's always a nice improvement. Somebody who's not scared of shooting, but it's not the same presence defensively. So, there's improvement and improvement, right? Yeah.
But yeah, if he's this good, if he's going to be this good consistently, Philly are a problem. Consistency is obviously the hardest thing to get out of young players, but it looks like he's sort of realized how good he can be. Like, I don't know if you guys had that moment growing up playing any kind of sport, really, where you're kind of like,
nope. You realize how bad I can be. And I realized that very early as well.
It's when you kind of realize, like, oh, like they can't stay in front of me, or oh, I can shoot right over the top of them, or oh, you realize that you just sort of have
something,
have an advantage in some way, and you can just exploit that advantage over and over again. And it doesn't seem like any of the Raptors can stay in front of him. And then all he has to do is every now and again act like he's going to drive and shoot that Vitch. So from one Vitch to another Vitch, Vucevic out in Chicago. They're down 1-0. I've thought about putting this as a sweep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But then Milwaukee did kind of disappoint in blowing that lead in the first half. But I have Milwaukee in 5 over the Chicago Bulls.
I've got the Bucks in 6, actually.
Yeah, same as you. I think Chicago can win at home, and like Milwaukee struggled to win by a lot, even with the DeRozan shooting 2 for 25 or something like that, like 5 for 2, like it's terrible. So if the DeRozan is playing this bad and you still cannot win by much, then that means that the Bulls have a chance. The problem is that Lonzo is not back, so that's what gives Milwaukee the edge here.
It would be such a different series if he was in there, because he's
absolutely,
he's like the floor general, if you will. Tiny general, but he's very important for the defense and for initiating the offense. So having that guy missing, especially at this stage,
But in watching the game, Caruso, man, he just changed the game in the second half defensively.
He's so good. One of my favorite players, man, hands down. He's so good.
So good. It was wild. He switched on. Who did he get switched on to? I think initially he was guarding Middleton, and then I think they ran a pick and roll or something to get him off him, and he ended up guarding Giannis and
easily.
And drawing a charge, and he's just he just makes so many plays on the defensive end. It's ridiculous. Without playing risky basketball as well.
And it's crazy how much his body has changed as well.
Yeah,
he's leaner, faster, more athletic than he used to be, because he was already like crazy athletic athleticism before, when he kind of like rose to fame in the Lakers. But now he's like, what a player, man. Top guy.
Yeah. Speaking of top guys.
Yes.
Ooh.
The Brooklyn Nets have 2 top guys.
Sorry. What? Can
Kevin
you rework
Durant.
your intro? Talking of top guys, the Celtics.
Shall I reset? Okay, let's
Reset.
Speaking of defense,
Yes.
The
Right.
defensive player of the year,
There we go. That's a good segue.
That's really
Marcus
interesting.
Smart, is in Boston, and he made the play of the game, in my opinion. Pump faking at the 3-point line, with seconds to go on the clock, driving it, and then just dishing it off to Tatum for the spinning layup. Spinning layup.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that play from courtside level
Yes.
with them?
Yes.
Like the speed from the moment he's got the ball, he's already spinning to the basket as he's catching the ball to lay it. I was like, whoa.
Because he had no time at all.
Yeah,
and
no time
Kyrie reaches.
Mm-hmm. That's some baller shit.
Very good game.
And the passes behind him. That was what got me the most, because that view is behind Marcus Smart's shoulder, right? Yeah, over the shoulder view, Resident Evil 4. And he pump fakes the two players, takes the dribble in, and then like he's really moving. Like, I think that's what got me, how fast he was actually cutting. And he said he wasn't even cutting. He said he was driving for the offensive rebound, which is so funny because loads of people were saying that Marcus Smart normally shoots in that situation. Like, he just takes the last shot, and it's just like, why did you do that when we've got players that can make better shots than you? Or better shot makers rather. But for him to pump fake, drive, and then get that pass over to Tatum, I literally yelled at the screen. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It was just perfect timing, and it gave them no time to do anything. That was it. The whistle blew.
Such a beautiful
it went
sight.
And I had said, I was talking to a couple of people while the game was on. I had said that Boston needs to win this because they're taking care of home court, right? That's the difference between this year's series and last year's series. Before they were the lowest seed, but now as the highest seed, they can't let a close game slip by at home, and they're going to have to go and win again in the next game. They could not. It was so important not to give up home court advantage with the way that they defended Kevin Durant.
And that's what I was saying that to Jose before we started. It's like the way they play defense on KD was for me very fun to watch. I was kind of glad we got to see that, and a lot of people got to watch it because I was like, look, playing defense can be actually fun to watch, and can it's not just shooting threes and taking shots as I call them sometimes dumb. Like, it's actually playing defense and like getting 2-on-1 and trying to get somebody out of the game that way. Because out shooting KD is not something it's very unlikely to happen. But trying to get him out by getting a guy as tall as him and somebody else who's smaller, like Marcus Smart, was coming to help. That's a great way, just trying to get him
absolutely
to not get too close to the basket and trying to make sure that the passes he's getting also were really bad, still putting pressure on the guy that was trying to pass it to him. And if you notice, there were a lot of passes that ended up like really low for KD to get, right? So he had to bend over and go and grab them, and that's when Marcus Smart was really good at stealing the ball.
They had 16 turnovers. 16 turnovers. Durant had some of those himself, but some of them were just in trying to get Durant the ball, and they made it really tough. They did double at times, as you said, but my concern would be the minutes, because they were visibly tired. Marcus Smart only played 36 minutes. Obviously, all 36 of those were played as hard as he could. But Jason Tatum played 45 minutes. Al Horford 42 minutes at his big age, and Jaylen Brown 40 minutes. And my only concern is with how intense they have to play. How are they going to fare when the games start coming thick and fast? I mean,
I wouldn't be concerned for game 2. I'd be concerned for game 3. Because usually when I've seen it in a lot of series, when you win game one super close like this on the buzzer beater, like you'll buy it like a couple of points. After having had to fight all game long. Usually the second game, I mean, I'm not gonna I'm gonna go out there and
prediction
just say, blowout. Celtics could go and win it by 15 or something. But then game 3 get absolutely smacked. So prediction, what time is it? Okay, I'll timestamp that. I'll clip it. But yeah, it's usually game 3 when you're like, let's say two up, and now you're like, okay, we've done half the job, and this is when you put your guard down and usually get absolutely demolished. So hopefully I'm right.
So who wins the series?
I'm not kidding. I've got Celtics. I say Celtics in 5 in our group chat, but I'll say Celtics in 6. I'll say 6 in 6.
Oh God!
I predict Celtics in 5. That is hilarious. I predicted Brooklyn in 6.
Ooh.
So I think they take one of the home games and then win out in their home games.
But so I'm gonna repeat the same conversation I had with Mike, which for once we agree on something in basketball. So shout out to Mike, that he was like, they have to be careful because they play hero ball. There's not that much going on in terms of ball movement and having a bench that can help you out, and so even that to happen again and again and again, to win against the Celtics, who are a very good team, that are actually a basketball team. So you're thinking the Celtics will let go of 4 games. They will lose 4 games to those Nets, who are 2 superstars, sure, but the rest is
former superstars.
Seth Curry,
Andrew Drummond, Patty Mills.
In his prime.
But again, these are okay. But now we're mixing 2 things. Like, these are names. They're good players, but like as a team,
they have a first name and a last name. Yes.
This is where I have an issue with NBA basketball in particular, because there's 2 things that always happen. It's like you've got teams. So Spurs 2014, this is a team that plays basketball and that went all the way. But then you have sometimes an addition of names, big names, but they don't, in terms of actual basketball as a team sport, it's not the best thing to watch. Like, it's a lot of hero ball, and I feel like with those Nets, it's pushed to the extreme when it's like two players who are clearly head and shoulders above the rest of the teams. Like, and Patty Mills is Patty Mills. Like, like when he's FIBA Mills, then that's Michael Jordan in Australian Michael Jordan. That's fine, but like, he's not really that in the NBA, or he's not doing it. He's not been doing it consistently. And the rest of the guys is like, I don't.
With all that said, they lost by 1 in a game where Durant shot 37.5%.
Yeah, but they had to get Irving to play like a mix of Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and
does that. He does that. Outside of when he was playing for the Celtics, his like playoff performances are incredible. His play in the playoffs is like undeniable outside of that 1 year for the Celtics.
Sure. Before
he left. He can do that again. I mean, we've seen him do even more than that. But it's just a matter of getting KD going as well. And I mean, he didn't even have to really be going that much, and they could have won the game. Like that would be my concern. I understand what you're saying, but it's been effective historically, right?
Sure.
A lot of 2-man teams have.
It's the first time. It's the first time I see a team that is set up that way, with like 2 massive superstars, where the rest, there's a huge gap. But not only there's a huge gap in talent after that, which is fine again, because you're paying for that talent, so you can't really afford in terms of salary to,
that's where
complete that. But what I'm saying is that the way they play basketball as a team.
Yes. But you know who's going to weave it together?
No one.
Their third highest paid player, Benjamin Simmons. He's coming back, guys. They don't play again until Wednesday night, Thursday morning in the UK. And Coach Nash, who's been killing the X and O's, he literally killed the X and O's. There are none. He said that Simmons played 4-on-4 yesterday, and he came through just fine. He's coming back, guys. He's coming back. All those shooters, he's going to knit them together perfectly and drastically improve the team defense. It's over for the Celtics. Brooklyn in 6.
No, I got them in 7.
Brooklyn in 7. BK.
Yeah, I got Brooklyn in 7. Yeah, I think Boston's gonna win a couple
at
more
the Garden.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Kyrie is gonna rub it in.
He's gonna get fined again. He got fined $50,000.
That's the most they can fine him.
Yeah, that's okay. He doesn't care.
Swearing behind his head like this.
And then he told someone to kiss his private areas.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
That's into that. That's fine.
So let's just quickly run through the rest of the East. So I have Miami against the Sixers. This was a tough one for me. I eventually went Philly in 7. Milwaukee in 6 over the Nets. And then Milwaukee in 6 over the Sixers. That's my Eastern Conference with the Bucks going through. Okay. How did you have it, Jose?
I actually have Philly in 6.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a close one, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really seen these two teams compete against each other this season, so
especially not full team, right? Not full rosters.
And now they are kind of full rosters, both of them, right? Except for like Oladipo, who doesn't really help anything. So it will be fun. I might be wrong, and it might be 7, but I think 6 is enough for the Sixers.
Okay. And then on the other side of the bracket, Milwaukee, Brooklyn.
I don't have that bracket, so
yeah, that's why I'm staying with Jose until the finals.
I got Brooklyn in 7.
Brooklyn in 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It could happen. It could happen, man. Coach Bud is looking Coach Buddy again.
I think Brooklyn takes it this time,
right? And then, do you know what? I didn't even really factor in Simmons coming back for that series.
Don't worry about it. This change, so.
I think it can make a big difference there, man. And remember that they're basically the same teams that last year. Like last year, they lost because KD was stepping on the 3-point line. Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was the difference.
Yeah. Injuries as well. Injuries to Kyrie and Harden. Mm-hmm. But then Milwaukee also have a different confidence coming off the championship. So I don't think they would play the same way they did then.
Yeah, we'll see how they do after. Like, it's going to take them a while to beat the Bulls. So we'll see how they come up after,
it won't.
They come out that series. We'll see.
It's true. So then you have Philly, Brooklyn.
Yes.
And you went?
I got Philly in 7.
Wow, the NBA Finals. This is why you had James Harden on the All-NBA team.
Yeah, I think I could have gone either way, to be honest. And this is the hardest one. It took me a while to get this one right. I don't know. I think it's Embiid's turn. It's him. He's the difference there. Who can defend him on that Brooklyn team?
I don't know how Brook Lopez does against him. Does Embiid
Brook
kill?
Lopez is not in. Brook Lopez is
He
not
hasn't
in Brooklyn.
returned. Oh yeah, Brooklyn. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think
Brooklyn.
of that.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Ooh. Okay, who defends him on that team? Yeah, no one does. No, well, do you know who's gonna?
Well, KD.
No.
KD's gonna.
Headlines. Benjamin
Simmons.
That would be fun.
Oh, just for that,
baby.
just for that site, I would love the Nets to go through and play the six. Oh my god, yes.
Oh
Just for that.
baby. James Harden versus Kyrie. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, this would be.
Versus
I would stay
Simmons.
up. I would stay up at night to watch this. Oh, this would
Oh.
be so legend.
Oh, with Doc Rivers as the coach.
That'll be fun.
That's the other thing you're banking on. Doc Rivers, not Doc Riversing.
That's a hard one to imagine.
So yeah, I got the Sixers making it all the way to the
In the
finals.
finals. Okay, crazy.
Oh wow.
That'd
Okay.
be cool. Nice and interesting.
Yeah, I'm not. mad at that.
And Tom. So we go back.
so
Who
from-
do you have?
yeah.
Eastern Conference semifinals.
So Miami Sixers. I had Miami.
Okay.
In 6, I believe. Yeah, 6.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are almost talking me into getting the Sixers all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
just for that. You got 23 hours.
Yeah, I've got 23 hours to change that. But I really want Embiid to do well. But I think Miami again as a defensive force might be just too much for the Sixers. I don't know. I'd like to see the Sixers, but okay, I'm going with my somehow brain with that one. So yeah, I'm keeping the Heat.
Okay.
And then my other side,
We all have different Eastern Conference finals. This is crazy. And then Milwaukee versus Celtics.
Then I had the Bucks in 7.
7.
A lot of defense, a lot of
yeah, it'll be an ugly
lot of fouls
series.
on that one. It'll be nasty. Yeah.
So you then go to your conference finals with Miami versus Milwaukee. Revenge game. They've faced each other the last 2 playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got the Bucks in 6, just because I think by that point Miami might be cooked. Playing all that defense against Trae Young, and then playing all that defense against Embiid and Harden. So it's like, oof, gotta chill. Can't take anymore. It's too much.
All right. So you
all
have
the way to the
Milwaukee
finals.
in the finals.
Yeah.
Cool. So we head out west. Phoenix, New Orleans. I have a gentleman's sweep. Phoenix in 5.
Oh. What? Do you think New Orleans can win a game against this Phoenix team? Really?
No.
Hey, I agree, because I've got the Suns in 5. I think we're gonna have a Zion surprise who's gonna show up.
What difference is that gonna make, man?
He's gonna come down from the rafters like Sting.
Now they'll keep him for next year. But yeah, I agree with Dave. Suns in 5, gentlemanly.
4.
4,
easy, 4 blowouts.
They looked so good in game 1. It looked like perfect basketball.
It's gonna be the 2000 Lakers against the 2000 Sixers.
Against the 2022 Lakers.
There you go. That's better.
Dallas, Utah.
Oh,
I'm an odd about this with the Luka situation. Ultimately, I think I actually did this and then went back and changed it to Dallas in 7.
Right.
7.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Close series.
yeah, but only because Luka's not there. I think if Luka was there and healthy for the whole series, that they would tear them up. I think they would tear them up. Something serious.
When is he back?
He could be back for game 3.
And they're already 1-1, right? Like, yeah.
And it's 1-1, but they've lost home court advantage, so they have to get that back.
They have. You're right. Yeah, I got Dallas in 6, but it makes sense to make it 7. I'm not gonna change it because I think I should stick to what I decided. I could still change it. I'm not going to change it. You see my integrity there. it's on the record now, so I can't change it anymore, right? Even if I
That's it.
if
You're
I want.
committed to it.
You said the numbers too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
With the
Dallas wins it. Dallas takes it. Utah, it's time to blow Utah up. That's not a terrorist message. I'm just saying.
As a basketball team, right? Not a city
Yeah,
of Utah.
like they did with Portland this year. Just blow it up.
Yeah. This one is a bit weird because I put my prediction in when Luka got injured and they were he's not in for game 1 and probably not in for game 2.
Mhm.
So I went Utah in 6, but then I forgot how Utah sucks. Utah's defense, defending the 3-point shots and all that shit, how much they suck. I think they gave what was the stat I saw? They gave up 13 wide open
17 wide open 3-point shots.
What are they playing?
5 out. Dallas are playing 5 out.
Yeah.
So
no, what's Utah playing? Like
Mitchell's not he can't play defense. The rest of them, well, none of them can touch it.
And Clarkson was getting beat off the dribble like an egg.
Yeah.
Like a cone, like a traffic cone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got the Jazz, but I'm all it takes is for Luka to come back. If he comes back, then it's
done.
Let's say he comes back for game 4 even, and it's 2-1 to the Jazz. It'll be in 6. Like he'll be. Yeah. There's no way they can guard him at all. Like even if he's on one leg, he can still.
Well, we've seen it in the last couple of
play
playoffs.
different ways, right? Yeah. So he's played with one arm. He's played with on one leg in the Euro. It's like he can do it all anyway. So yeah, I might change that.
He'll cook them. We then have. Oh man, this was a mistake. The Golden State Warriors. I have them in 6, so they are getting flambéed.
Me too.
They're getting destroyed.
I have them in 6.
I think the Warriors are going to win in 3.
Hey, I have them in 6 too. So we all agree on this one.
Hey,
we might be wrong, but
free Campazzo.
Never underestimate the MVP, man. He can win 2 games at home.
Maybe. I
He's
don't
the
know.
MVP.
They got swept against the Suns last season, didn't they? And he was the MVP then.
Yes.
And
he's better than last year though.
Yeah, but the team isn't. And this
definitely.
Warriors team, I don't know if they're better than the Suns last year, but
but they're better than the Warriors last year. Definitely. Yeah. So yeah.
The shooters that they have out there, they're just killing them.
Yeah.
And then when they're not killing them from 3, they're just getting the easiest backdoor cuts in the world. It's
Denver can't defend.
They're getting destroyed.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Someone on Twitter said that those 2 games actually solidify Jokic's MVP, right? Because it's like he's carried that team all the way into the playoffs at quite a high position in this world, It's like, come on.
Yeah.
And now they're getting absolutely trash. So I might have to change mine to a nice. What's the douchebag sweep?
Can
Is
change
that a
it.
4-0?
Can change it.
4 sweep is a douchebag sweep.
I won't. I won't be changing
6,
mine. But my opinions, my opinions have been made clear.
Yeah.
And Steph's coming off the bench. Oh my
That's
god,
That's ridiculous.
Memphis, Minnesota. This is a tough. This is probably the hardest one to predict for me, just because I feel like they're both the underdog.
Yeah, right.
Just in the playoffs in general, I feel like they're both the underdog. So yeah, it's like taking the 2 teams that you, I don't know, had the least confidence in the playoffs and then making them face each other. And I do like Memphis, but they're a young team and they're likely to make young mistakes. But then that's not an excuse against Minnesota, right? Like, it's a funny one. But anyway, ultimately, I went with Memphis in 7 because, hey, if you don't know which way it's going to go, pick 7 games. and go with home court advantage.
50-50, right? I went with Timberwolves in 6 because whilst a lot of people were laughing at them for celebrating like they won an NBA title, I saw something else. I saw a team that just went, we're not in now. We got nothing to lose. They actually created a massive team, like a vibe,
Spirit,
an actual vibe with them, right? An actual an actual group was born. Like from that moment, I went, oh, this is actually interesting because And then on top of that, people were, well, not everybody, but like there's a lot of people that were like, oh, look, it feels like they won. Yeah, you have to understand where they came from, but also now you're laughing at them. So on top of that, they just created this thing, this momentum, and now they can use that fuel to go past the Grizzlies, who, to me, should actually go to the next round. But because of what they showed during the regular season of playing very well without Morant and playing even better with him. So, but again, team spirit and something that's that momentum of where they are right now, that can take teams far, even though they're probably the less better off team, if I can put it that way. That can happen.
Yeah. In situations like this, when you have two teams that are like two underdogs as well, all you have to do is just think about the team name, right? So we got Bears against Wolves, right? Who wins? The Bear will kick his ass, right? So I picked the Grizzlies just for that reason. No, I actually think the Grizzlies are going to win. Are going to prevail because they've just been better all season long. They're just at a mishap right now because of that reason that you just mentioned, Tom. Because the Wolves came completely fueled by that victory. But at the end of the day, Memphis is a lot better, and I think Memphis takes it in 5.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you, but I think with that series, there's something a bit extra.
I see your point.
But again, I might be completely wrong, and then they just crashed the first game, and then they actually now will implode because that's as far as they can take it.
It could go either way.
Memphis is just better, right? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting. That's actually one of the most interesting series out of all of them.
Interesting series, definitely.
They played 4 times during the regular season.
Yeah.
The record 2-2.
Oh, you can't separate. Yeah.
They even split the last 2 as well, in January and February, with the Timberwolves winning the most recent one. So they couldn't be separated during the regular season, and it looks like they're going to have a close series here, unless you are Jose, in which case you think Memphis is going to flip the switch. Flip that switch. Phoenix versus I have Dallas.
Yeah.
So I went Phoenix in 6. It's gonna be great to watch Luka go up against that team, though.
Oh,
if he plays, yes.
Yeah, if they get through the first round, right?
Yeah.
But that's gonna be really awesome because watching them try and game plan for him is gonna be really freaking fun. And then. Yeah, so I went for Phoenix in 6. On the other side of the bracket, I went Golden State in 6, which is interesting. Golden State actually struggled with Memphis the last couple of seasons. They've matched up with them really well. So it'll be interesting to see them against this new high-powered Warriors lineup. And then Phoenix versus Golden State. Now, this is one where I was a bit itchy to think twice about what I had put because I had gone Phoenix in 6. But this is going to be a hell of a series. I just hope everyone's healthy. I pray for good health.
Yeah.
Because that will be a hell of a series. Maybe the best one in these playoffs, depending on how things go.
Yeah.
At the top of the East. So yeah, I have Phoenix going through in 6, which means I have a repeat of the last finals. And I always do this. Whenever I make predictions, I just can't see past what happened the year before. But yeah, there we go. But this time I have Phoenix winning in 6. and I think by the finals I had the Bucks winning.
Ooh.
But last year. But
last year,
when
okay.
the final when we knew
okay.
the finals matchup, I picked the Bucks. But this year, having
Revenge.
predicted it from the start, I predict that Phoenix is able to overcome them. So that's that. Jose?
Yeah.
Your West-
So
your
I got
Western
the same
Conference.
brackets as you. So yeah, I got Phoenix, Dallas. I have Phoenix in 5. I think Luka can take 1 there, but not more than 1.
Okay.
Agree.
And then I got Warriors, Grizzlies. I got the Warriors in 7. I also agree they're going to really struggle against this team, this Ja Morant team. Then the finals, I also have Phoenix in 6. Might be 7 if they're all healthy. And if they're all healthy, you can easily take the Warriors.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be like such a fun series to watch as well. Like I'm considering, adapting my work schedule to be able to watch those at night.
Flexi hours.
Yeah. That will be fun. And then, so are we doing finals yet? Are we doing who takes it all yet?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay.
ahead
Yeah,
with
you go
that.
for it.
Yeah, I got Phoenix. Taking it this year against the Sixers in 7.
Ooh, that is pressure. That's home court advantage telling. Thomas.
So my semis are different than yours, but in spirit, so I got Suns, Jazz, which I was gonna say in 5 just to be nice to the Jazz, but I don't really believe in it. And then the other side, I had Warriors, Timberwolves, which again, Warriors in 5 because I'm a nice guy.
Fair enough.
Get swept.
Yeah,
Gentlemen.
But we still get to the same end game, which is Suns, Warriors. I had the Suns in 7 because this could be fun for the exact same reasons that you guys have given, which is if everybody's healthy, then it can go either way. But I think in terms of what teams being more consistent, then the Suns deserve to get it. Which gives us a final. Well, the finals would be Suns Bucks, and I've got the Suns in 6.
Ooh,
because same than Dave, I'm not original or creative. And no, but to be fair, the two teams, I'm not calling you like that. I'm saying I'm not. I think they're the 2 best teams. And especially the Suns have been flying under the radar for some weird reason.
But somehow, they've only won most games in the league.
I know why. It's because of the whole Lakers them hitting self-destroy. Like the big market teams, like again the Knicks taking a lot of airtime as well by being shit. And there's a lot of talks around the Nets. There's a lot of talk about around other teams and the Warriors and how Klay Thompson's back. Well, anyway, so the Suns quietly have gone, oh yeah, cool. You guys talk. We'll just sit at the top and wait for you guys. So yeah, but when you watch them play, it's almost a different sport. It's beautiful to watch. So I going for some reason, I'll go back to the semis in the West. Like I like to see how Luka does against CP3. That would be fun to watch too. That's my
IQ just dripping everywhere.
Oh, yeah, that would be. Well, Suns, and I think wasn't there also like a thing where they ask you like the margin for game 1
tiebreaker?
Do you remember what you guys put?
Yeah. I've got mine here, but I can't tell you because you can still change yours.
I'm not changing that.
I know what you'll do. You'll see mine, and then you'll put like either 1 above it or 1 below it.
No, I can tell you what I put, but I'm not going to change it. Mine stays the same. I went with 10
points.
I went with 10, so I'm not changing.
Yeah, same. I went with 10.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Well, I changed mine to 9 now.
9.5.
I'm not changing. Sticking to 10.
Yeah, that's funny.
Mm.
All right. So those are our brackets. I'm actually tempted to somehow put this out tonight. It's a possibility.
Just let me know.
Yeah, I might try it. Those are our brackets, and
We're
yeah,
sticking to them.
We're
Stick to them.
No
Do
changes,
not change.
right?
No, that's it.
No changes. It's in stone now. It's still 23 hours, so I think it's midnight. Well, no, it's not midnight, is it? If it's 23 hours, it's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Something like
8
that.
8 p.m. UK time. Yeah.
8 p.m. UK time on Wednesday is the last chance for you to put your brackets in. Search GNG challenge on the Pick'em page of the NBA.com website, and you too can join the bracket challenge for a chance to win a yacht.
Yeah, Dave really wants you to put your bracket in.
Sure for yacht.
A yacht.
I don't know if I'm legally liable now. Maybe.
Well, you can borrow one. There's a lot of Russian yachts that are available right now, looking for owners.
Political.
So let me just say figurine, just in case, and I'll edit it later.
All right, yeah. A Grid and Grime t-shirt.
Just put in random stuff. A cat. So thank you for listening. First and foremost, we have been the Grit and Grime Basketball Podcast. Remember to like, share, subscribe, rate, and review the podcast wherever you listen to it. If you're giving us a review, please remember, Jose, well, how much should they give us?
5 stars, mate. 5 stars.
5 stars. Because if you're not winning, you're losing. All right?
If you're in
Correct.
first, you're last.
I've been David Sagoe. Bye-bye from me, from Thomas Arnal.
Bye-bye from me too.
And from Jose Garcia Vidal.
Adios.
We're out.
What's that? What's that?
The Hawks. They will not be swept. They will not be swept.